Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring collection of hot air balloons, music, and fun. To learn more, visit coloradospringssports.org.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham.
Welcome everyone to our second matchup. We have another
Springs
4 versus 5. This is boys 16. Cristian Sanchez, number 4 from Mexico, taking on Jose Caceres from Guatemala, a hometown favorite. I'm Dean Baird. Joining me is Alexis Iwasa. I tell you, this is going to be a really good match. I know that Cristian has a lot of talent. We've been watching Jose actually play since he's 12. I coached against him in Minneapolis, and he's come a long way. He gets a lot of balls, and he can kill the ball. And I think he's the best 16-year-old here. His doubles partner Hector Sierra, I think came in second. I think he won first. So he came in first place. Plus, hometown, it's his court, plays here all the time. Big difference. Alexis, do you find it easier when you're playing at your club, if it's a tournament and it's at your home club?
I've
or is
actually
it more
never
pressure?
been fortunate enough to
really?
Play at my own home courts. But you know what? As long as I've got like my team supporting me, that's all I really need.
Well, both guys have their coaches here, and a quick 4-0 lead for Guatemala. Cristian Sanchez coming out of Mexico. Trying to see where he's from in Mexico. I think he's from the Chihuahua area. I think. And Jose's from this area right here. Like I said, this is his home club.
Beautiful facility. Excellent
facility in Guatemala City, Guatemala. Good fist pump. I like the energy so far.
I like how he's taking his like 10 seconds between each serve and getting nice and low to shoot the ball.
Yeah, a lot of people try to get up there, do too much. Here's a setup. And he buries it in the corner, point number 5. That got a little sloppy, that rally. A couple of pushes. Both players had opportunity once again. Good pickup. Good diving get, but out of play through the uprights. Side out. Thank you all for coming, or for watching, I should say. Thank everybody for being here. I think the IRF really needs to send a big shout out to all these kids that are participating here in these events. It's a feat just for them to get here and make the team. It's nice to see the group of countries supporting each other.
Especially being gone for 2 years.
Correct. So as Gary pointed out yesterday, this event happens every year, Junior Worlds. The Adult Worlds happens every 2 years. Again, got a little sloppy. I want to thank you, Camilla, for sending me the message. Cristian is from Jalisco, Mexico. Thank you so much. A lot of Mexican racquetball players are in the box watching. Jordi Alonso. As well as Sebastian Hernandez. Big setup for Jose right in front of the court. Good quick hands, but he gave him another one. Ill-advised pinch, sloppy play right there from both of these boys. Anytime you run into like a 5-0 lead, it's very easy to start to take your foot off the gas, especially for these young guys.
Yeah. Get a little too comfortable.
Yeah, they're starting to warm up too. Two points now for Cristian Sanchez.
Timeout here.
Timeout here. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the International Racquetball Federation.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of applause. He'll give it over.
Welcome back. Time is in. 3-5.
Good timeout for Guatemala.
Yeah, it was interesting. You get out with a 5-0 lead, and then it's 3-5, and Guatemala calls a timeout. Coach Aaron Palomini, he must have seen something that, again, it might have been that focus. You know, he's up to 5-0, and And look, he's much more focused now, Jose. Good side out there for Cristian to get back in the service box.
Came off the back wall a little too much there.
And not a good serve either. Definitely wants that one back. These guys hit the ball hard for 16.
Oh, yeah. Even some of the 14-year-olds yesterday, I was like, oh, I feel like you can hit harder than me now.
I was watching a 12 and under Bolivia versus Costa Rica. It was a good match. Hit the side wall, he's able to retract that down. This kid can run too.
Mm-hmm. Good movement.
And a nice splat rollout by Team Mexico. Short serve. Going with the high lob, Nick. I think that's one of the most underrated serves, Alexis, that Nick.
Yeah, especially when it doesn't come off the back wall.
Yeah, it automatically forces defense right away from your opponent. Very effective shot. Evelyn Perez in the chat box got the Guatemala flag. Well, called that good. Good backhand pass. Again, from a 5-0 lead to a 6-5 now. Guatemala has to be careful. Tell you what I like is the I like that both of these players are different. I like that Jose's, small and speedy. And I like how Cristian he's much taller, clearly, but he's relaxed on the court. His court presence is actually greater than his age right now, so he's showing it. Didn't matter the score. He's got good body language. He seems very comfortable. He's not worried. A lot of kids get worried at this age and this stage.
He's just going in there, playing his game, not worried about what's happening outside.
Well, we got to it, but couldn't make the front wall. Five, 7. Got another timeout, I think. Was this by Guatemala? I wonder if the first one was by Mexico. I'm going to look real quick before we go to break, Alexis. Yeah, they're at 1 each. That first one was Mexico. It was 3-5. We'll take a break. We'll be back right here on the International Racquetball Federation.
it's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop their whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Alvaro Beltran. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
The Colorado Springs Sports Corp brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring...
Welcome back, everyone. Point Mexico, 6-7. Nice pinch into the corner by Cristian Sanchez. Skipped in. So he tried to do a little too much with the ball. 7 up, 5-0 run. We're tied at 7. So now Mexico in the lead for the first time at 8-7. I don't know why he went to change up that serve. I mean, he's crawling back. His serves were good. Didn't fool him.
No, it seems like they both like a fast game, so I would try and do a couple lobs like he just did.
There's a nice rollout from Guatemala. There's a rip down the line. Guatemala finally back in the lead. Set up again. Again, the poise from Cristian Sanchez, it's actually impressive. I mean, seems very comfortable. and quiet.
Yes. Like he's been in this situation before.
Great pass with the backhand cross-court pass. Winner, Sanchez tying it up again. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this has medal implications. Quarterfinal matches are high leverage. Left it up. Nice little stab there by Jose Caceres. It is 10-10. Yes. Once again, we're using the Gearbox Black ball. Check them out online, www.gearboxsports.com. The official ball of the IRF. This is a official timeout. Looking for line judges here. So Team Mexico is wondering why, or just asking, like, why were line judges put here? So appeals will be in play. It's a good call. Yes. Change up in the serve. Excellent serve. And a pinch in the corner. Cristian thought it skipped. I think it was a good ball. (11-10). Good get off the back wall. Can't get that one.
Tied again, 11-11.
Yeah, they keep going back and forth. No big runs after that 5-0 run. It was a crawl since then. Point here, point there, nothing dramatic. Excellent use of his body with the backhand. I'll tell you, it's one of my favorite shots that backhand cross court, because everyone thinks you're going down the line. I mean, so 9 times out of 10 you are.
Yeah.
But when you hit it, it's pretty. Skipped in. Easy pinch in the corner for Cristian Sanchez from Yalasco. Right into the camera. Set up, Jose. Junior World Racquetball, best rally of the match so far. Up. Loose play, skipped in. He's gonna see a timeout, I think, from Guatemala. Timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be right back on the International.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop their whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Álvaro Beltrán. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
Welcome back, everyone. Play resumes. Mexico with a 2-point lead. Again, not the focus Coach Aaron Palomino's, expecting. Point, game 1 in the books. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll take a break. We'll be back for the start of game 2 on the International Racquetball Federation.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of applause.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop their whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try it hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Álvaro Beltrán. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
The Colorado Springs Sports Corp brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around...
Welcome back to the start of game number 2. Mexico up 1-0. 15-11 was the score. Game 2 getting ready to start. Cristian Sanchez from Yalasco, Mexico. Versus Jose Caceres from Guatemala City, Guatemala. Quick point on the board is Mexico. Nice shot down the line. Down the line winner. Ooh, skipped in an easy one. Finally, Alexis, the coffee has arrived.
Just a couple hours late.
Clearly. Oh, getting the return he wants. And the pass. 2-1. Remember, Guatemala had a 5-0 lead in game 1. Yep, skipped in. Point number 3. Point 3, right?
Good little dig out of the corner there.
Alexis, we're missing the Gary Mazaroff energy. And here he is.
Better late than never, I say.
Point Mexico. He hits that corner well, that reverse spin. She's liking it.
It's effective for him. Keeps working.
Yeah, he doesn't miss it too much.
Good lob serve.
Great one. Excellent use of his body. to just block out Jose. Two, four. Short serve. We only had like 1 or 2 really good rallies. A lot of this has been either sloppy play with some kill shots.
Tied at 4-4.
Skipped it in. Point Point Guatemala. Dean Shear in the house. Nice kill there. Guatemala making the charge. You knew he would, just to see how much room Cristian gives him before putting a stop to it. Good get off the back wall. There it is, Alexis. There's the pass. Touches the wall right behind him. Point scored.
I like the lob serve against the forehand.
Yeah, it's been better than the Z. His Z has been short sometimes, and it in turn it creates an easier setup. This, you got the wall there. You know, when you go to pinch, it's easier to skip a pinch because it's hitting that second surface. Timeout on the court. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the International Racquetball Federation.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of applause.
Welcome back, everyone. Guatemala 7-4, going for a tiebreaker. Cristian Sanchez and Team Mexico wants to say no. Good side out there. I feel like we haven't seen the talent that both of these guys have in this match so far. I don't know why. I've watched them both play on the back courts, and it's slightly different. This match hasn't had the good rallies, the really good gets, the longer rallies. There's a good get. Good get off the back wall. That hit the side wall, cracked out. Mexico. 5-7.
Yeah, I'd say the first game's the only time that there's been like the big point lead with the 5 points. Otherwise, it's been 1.
Then
2
it's
at a
yeah,
time.
like I said, it's been much back and forth. Haven't seen really good drive serves either.
No.
They were Z serving. Both players are using the lob. It's been effective. Bottom board skips it in.
7-7.
And I don't know if it's part of the game plan from the coaches, but they're both shooters, so I expected some really good drive serves.
Side out.
Little side out there, avoidable hinder. There's the drive serve. Sometimes, you know, the drive serve gets you going. Like, even if it turns into a rally, you don't have the kill shot, it gets the emotions going.
Yeah. The adrenaline pumping.
Yeah. Wasn't a effective drive serve to the forehand. Again, I was watching him in doubles, Jose, yesterday, serving like really nice drive serves in doubles right to the corner. And we're not seeing any of that here. Out of play. Back to the lob. Ooh, nice pickup. Just kissed off the glass. And another one. Out of position. But he all called that 2-bounce get on himself. Good rally.
Great sportsmanship between the two of them.
I mean, they're both really nice guys. I've talked to these kids, you know, the last few days being here. Antonio, I'll agree with you. You know what? Most important, and Tato, is that the kids are good kids. You know, they're willing to learn. They're practicing. They're putting in the work. But most importantly, they're good kids, and that's what it starts with. You know, you see that up in Canada too. You see that on the Costa Rican team. Really nice kids competing. You know, no one's showboating. No one. You know, they're working hard, and whoever comes out on top is you know, gets the applause. Eight seven. 8-7. 8-8. There you go. Eight serves 8. So we have a race to 7 here. Cristian going back to the lob serve. I think it's important for Cristian because the lob serve has been creating the rallies that he's been winning. Except that one. But I think for Jose, I think he needs to get that effective drive serve in and set the pace. We're going to have a timeout while he's serving, Guatemala. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the International Racquetball Federation.
The Colorado Springs Sports Corp brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. And the annual Labor Day liftoff blends the scenic beauty of Colorado Springs with an awe-inspiring collection of hot air balloons, music, and fun. To learn more, visit coloradospringssports.org.
Who passes the flag to William Bell from Birmingham. Give a big round of applause.
Back. Ladies and gentlemen, Guatemala versus Mexico. We're in Guatemala City at the Junior World Racquetball Championships. So that timeout while he was serving didn't work. Damien, I agree with you. Money from the government does help, but we have other opportunities in the States to fund junior programs. Just not at this level. The difference too, Damien, is that, and Alexis, I don't know if this is in Canada too, is, you know, the kids that train, you know, for juniors or junior players or go to pro stops and stuff like that, they don't have a full commitment to racquetball, whereas you see in these Central and South American countries, when they're participating in their junior programs, they're fully committed. A lot of our athletes in the States, and I don't know if you see this up north, they're two, you know, the two-sport athletes. So they're playing other sports. Point, 2 bounces. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that, Damien. If there's other ways that money can be raised to help and create a junior program. Sidewall, that hit that sidewall, not the shot Cristian wanted. Cristian really wanted that to go down the line.
Yeah, like in Canada, per province, you do get a little bit of financial support when you attend like nationals and local provincial tournaments. But then like Junior World, stuff like this, we do get some funding from Canada itself.
Jose's he's shooting a lot, but not effective. He's really going bottom board. He's coming up like a little bit short. Cristian, look, Cristian's not trying to roll the ball. He's just trying to put it in a tough spot for Jose. And it's working for him. See, not a kill shot, not a rollout, but a kill shot. This way, if he makes a mistake on that kill shot, it will roll.
Yeah.
And if he makes a mistake where it's high, it's still going to be at 2 bounces before the back wall. Still going to be very expected.
A little get in the corner there.
Big setup. Nice kill shot. There's the aggressiveness that I want to see. Plus, more importantly, not only the aggressive shot and the rally win, but the emotion, the fist pump. I like seeing that from some of the kids, especially when they're down, because it's a very blah game for Guatemala. they came out this match starting, on fire. And Mexico kept them quiet, and with shots like that, it's going to continue.
Two-point lead for Mexico, 11-9. Three-point lead.
Coming up next on the championship court, Mexico will take on Guatemala on the ladies' side, girls 18 singles. And Gary Mazarov will be in the booth back home. Too many pinches, Alexis. It's going to come back to pay. I also think Guatemala's out of timeouts. No, it says one on the scoreboard, but I'm going to recall way more than one was taken.
Reset.
Here comes a nice setup. Too high. Cristian skips it in. Guatemala back in the service box at 9-12. Get another loose rally here. Opportunities for both players. Missed that one. That three-wall. I think they're looking for, that's a timeout on the floor. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the International Racquetball Federation.
It's all about passion. I think I don't have anything to prove anymore in the sport. At the beginning of my career, I wanted to be one of the best, but I have nothing to prove. I play with no pressure. I'm just enjoying every moment. But when people are cheering for you and stop whatever they're doing, their jobs, or to go watch you play, I mean that makes you feel good and makes you want to try hard and give a good show for that people. I'm Álvaro Beltrán. Get your M40 so you can play like me.
The Colorado Springs Sports Corp brings top-flight events to Olympic City, USA. Each summer, more than 10,000 competitors gather to compete in the Rocky Mountain State Games. Spectators and competitors from around the world witness the prestigious Broadmoor Pikes Peak International Hill Climb and the annual Labor Day.
Welcome back, everyone. Guatemala serving 10-12. Set up.
Nice pass on the right.
Yeah, I think if Mexico moves on, I think Jose will look back at this match because it's online, and he'll see that he played a little loose, left a lot of balls up that he normally wouldn't. There's a nice rip into the corner there. That was pretty flat, Alexis. It was a decent serve.
Nice shot.
Just left it a couple inches from the glass. Cristian splat rolled it. Skipped in. Mexico, 2 points away. Short serve. Cristian going back to the drive serve now. Skipped again. Match point number 1 coming up. Mexico looking to advance. Yeah, Jose's probably going to try to shoot this ball. I can't imagine him playing too much defensive at match point here. It's a tough serve. Doesn't get the setup. Now he does. That's a great get. Oh, he had a chance at that, I thought. I would have ran into him. That's me. Mexico moves on. Guatemala is out. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this match. We'll be back for Mexico versus Guatemala again on the women's side, 18s. That'll be shown right here, Championship Court on the International Racquetball Federation.